The next chapter is about to begin. Join us live every Tuesday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the American Contractor Show. Our mission is to bring you the latest tools, innovations, and knowledge to help you become the most informed contractor in your market. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and we are connecting you with the most knowledgeable minds in our industry. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. American Contractors, I hope you're ready. This one's for you.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I, as a contractor, appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor who's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
Good Monday afternoon, everyone. Lead meteorologist Sean Triquette here for our daily forecast. Sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and our supplement and balance claims. Check them out in the description below if you haven't already. So with that, our weather headlines for today. We're not really too much weather to talk about, but we're going to go over all the honorable mentions for the wind events of 2020 that didn't quite make our top 10 list, since we are going to be going over number 1 on Wednesday. Again, no severe weather this week. We are in the dead middle of winter. This is one of the quietest weeks historically for hail and wind across the United States, so it's no surprise that we're not really going to see anything severe weather-wise this work week. And also, vote for Hail Trace for the Wind to Storm Awards. We are up for Vendor of the Year. Links in the description below. Go check that out, fill it out, vote for us. That'd be fantastic if you did. We'd highly appreciate it. So, the top 10 wind and hail, this is what we did for the countdown. It was heavily ranked upon total damage estimated costs, which led a handful of these wind events to not be in the list. It was a very destructive year in the United States. We had $22 billion plus storms. This was not one of them. The May 3rd Tennessee derecho. Yeah, Nashville has had a really rough go of it in 2020. It was the worst straight line wind event across the Nashville area since 2004. We had wind in excess of 70 miles an hour in Nashville itself. I think the airport had 71 mile per hour gusts, and even larger in areas. And over 130,000 customers lost power. Again, this was only a couple months after the tornado, so it was real hard times for the Nashville area in 2020. And here's some pictures. You can see this tree fell down and really messed up this house. A lot of shingles getting blown up from this storm here, and knocking over an AC unit off its base. It takes a pretty strong wind gust, about 80 mile per hour to do that. So this one was a little wild across the Nashville, Tennessee area. Another honorable mention that we had, this was the only hurricane to not be in the top 10 list. Hurricane Hanna being left out from the rest of the group. Still did over $1 billion in damage though, but it was the first landfalling hurricane in 2020. And there was fairly limited damage in relation to a hurricane anyway, due to it making landfall in a rural area. You see Corpus Christi was up here and it made landfall down by Port Mansfield. Derek and Frank had to drive pretty far down to get to this one. And winds are about 90 miles an hour across the eye wall of this storm. And it started a trend that every single hurricane that made landfall in the United States had this year of ramping up right before landfall. So that's kind of what we had here. So this is the couple pictures we got from Hurricane Hanna for the area. Mason, I think our number 2 storm was the derecho event from August 10th. So that was actually well beyond an honorable mention. Another honorable mention we had, speaking of derechos, another wind event here on April 8th in the Indianapolis area. We had a lot of wind in excess of 70 miles an hour, especially across northern Indianapolis. We had an EF1 tornado in Mooresville, Indiana. And there was quite a bit of damage caused by wind-driven nickel-sized hail. So the hail wasn't very large. But when you have winds over 70 miles an hour, it really does really impact the shingle, that siding, and even some shingles a little bit here. And here's some pictures across the area. Again, this was from a tornado, and then picture of a little bit of hail, and then looks like some damage impacting right through a door there on a house. So that was, again, another storm. Pretty impressive, but not quite impressive enough compared to the other stuff on our top 10 list. And I think this is the final one I had. It was February 6th in North Carolina specifically. We had a bunch of tornadoes across the area. We had 10 across North and South Carolina. Again, really focusing on the Charlotte area. Strongest was an EF2 in the Charlotte area. We had winds in excess of 70 miles an hour, especially near Raleigh. And there was here some pictures here. You can see, I mean, look at this. It's crazy. We got a whole roof ripped off of this industrial building. Lots of trees uprooted in the area, and some other damage as well. So again, 2020 was kind of the year of major wind events, and with that, we're actually going to have our number one event of all severe weather in 2020 on Wednesday, where we will be, Derek and I will be discussing the number one wind event beyond just sitting in here on the green screen. So check that out on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Should be a longer video, just a discussion, some videos, and some questions and answers as always. Maybe a little bit behind the scenes of what we do when we chase and everything. So be sure to check that out. Forecast today, again, nothing for today, nothing for tomorrow either. It's going to be quiet here this second week of January. So with that, enjoy this week and follow us on all of our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hailtrace. And you can give us a call, 855-334-4245. For any comments, questions, or concerns you may have, you need to get yourself ready and roaring for 2021. We're here to help you guys out, so just call us, email us at info@hailtrace.com, or visit our website at hailtrace.com for more details. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. I'll see you again tomorrow at 12 p.m. where we will be going over the number one hail event of 2020. So come check that out. See you guys tomorrow.